Yo, what's going on, you guys? Venom is the brand new Series 5 card that released yesterday, and we were totally wrong about this card. Let's jump into what Venom does, as well as the deck that I was having a lot of fun with last night. So like I said, Venom is the brand new Series 5 card that did just release yesterday, which is an on reveal. Set the cost and power of your deck's next card, your top card, to 0/0. So at first you're like, what exactly are you going to play with Venom? Of course, the main card that synergizes with this is going to be Luke Cage. Yes, Howard does synergize because you know what your top card is going to be, but Luke Cage is really what enables that card to maintain its power after it does get set to 0. I was watching KM Best play this last night, and you probably are watching his video as well. And the way he described this card, I think, hits it right on the dot. This card has a lot of potential. It is really good in these mid-range lists, as well as giving you a surprise factor on your top end. It's kind of the situation you had with Wiccan. If you could hit your Wiccan, you were able to really just go over the top. You have the extra energy your opponents don't have. But like with this, you have the surprise factor. You have less steps. And if you are really just playing some greedy lists that also have really good opening tempo mid-range cards, this really does allow you to go over the top. Of course, there's instances where you don't get the high cost card to be 0 cost in 0 power, but that's just what Snap's about. It is the RNG that happens with Pixie as well. So like this card really does open up the door for you to be able to just slam more cards down later in the game to have that surprise factor and have Luke Cage on the board to enable you. That also helps you in these locations that afflict negative power. There's also going to be a lot of Ajax and stuff running around with Supergiant coming out this week. So it feels like this card has a lot of potential. I know a lot of us were telling you guys to skip this card, but it might be a situation like Ajax or like, you know, Wiccan, potentially even Supergiant, how they were really relevant, actually. They're going to be seeing more play probably in top infinite opposed to lower infinite, because the skill with this card is going to be going behind deck building, as well as reading what your opponent's doing, knowing when to snap, knowing to retreat. But this card is going to be a good card. I'm not going to be for certain that's going to be a staple in the meta forever, but I do think this is a good card to invest in, like an Ajax or a Wiccan, because you will see this in some lists who just have that surprise factor. I do also think this card is going to be better, potentially even in Conquest. I think having that what did that anti-venom actually hit? Why are they snapping into this? Allows you to steal cubes more often than not. Maybe more than on ladder. I think it can still do really well on ladder. I'm just thinking it might just be better on Conquest. Kind of like with Pixie, kind of like with the way Erisham works on Conquest opposed to ladder as well. You can still win games totally on ladder, but you might just have even more of an advantage on Conquest because of the unknown. Anywho, though, let's go ahead and jump right into the deck that we were playing last night. I was having a lot of fun. I do not think this is the focal home for Venom, but it really opened my eyes to thinking that High Evo might actually have a chance in this meta. And we're playing some She-Not High Evo. I was having a lot of fun with this list. There was instances where I had She-Hulk hit 0 cost, 0 power. I had Infinite hit 0 cost, 0 power. And if you have the Luke Cage on the board, you literally are slamming down so much power, probably towards the end of the game, or you're just keeping it where it is. And also keep in mind, if Luke Cage does get rogued or gets Enchantressed, your card hit by Venom goes back to 0 power. So just keep that in mind. But the deck code, of course, will be down in the description below. Please, if you guys are watching, definitely take the time to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And we're going to jump into the card breakdown, and then we're going to jump into some gameplay. All right, so, of course, we're playing High Evo. So, like, this is going to be a typical kind of High Evo shell, and we'll have substitutions if you guys don't have said cards in this list. So we have kind of Venom kind of net decked into this to start, but we're getting a lot of opportunities with the Venom to kind of go over the top, and it has that surprise factor I was talking about. I don't think this is the focal home by any means for Venom, but it is a nice little change of pace for maybe some of the other decks you guys have seen. So we have Sunspot, of course, absorbs power when you skip turns or float energy, which helps your Hulk and it helps your Cyclops. You have Nebula, forcing your opponent to have to play cards onto a Nebula lane. It's a good lane for you to just be able to put Cyclops on, to have Cyclops zop the cards that are trying to negate Nebula getting power. Misty Knight, of course, also gets the one extra power, goes somewhere on the board if you float energy. You can go to a random card. It's kind of like why Scorn's so good right now, but of course this is just one 1 card, getting 1 power, opposed to getting 2 power. And, of course, you do have to float energy, opposed to discard the card. And then, of course, you have armor. We're running armor in this list to protect our 1-drops or potentially our 6-drops. I've been using this actually with my counters to destroy as well. Of course, you know, if you can lock their destroy cards in an armor lane, they can't do anything about that. And then, of course, we have magic. Magic allows us to get an extra turn. A lot of these decks I feel like I'm facing right now aren't really using extra turns and are slamming everything on 6 or potentially on 5. So having that extra turn with magic allows you to be able to do She-Not shenanigans. She-Not meaning if you were to float turn 6, you can play a free She-Hulk and you can play an Infinite, or you can play a free She-Hulk and you can also play a high evo Hulk. So there's value there. Of course, you have Luke Cage. Luke Cage goes really well with Anti-Venom. It makes it so you still have the power on your card after you played Anti-Venom because it sets their power to 0. This has helped me a lot with some of these locations too, like Quantum Realm. It's helped, of course, with any of the negative impacting zones too, which give your cards negative power, allows you to kind of take cubes there. This is going to be very popular, and I think there's going to be a lot of counter attack to this card, so definitely keep that in mind. I think playing this later into the game is smarter than playing it earlier on curve. So 100% just keep that perspectively, because there is going to be a lot of rogue, there's going to be a lot of enchantress, and like KM said, there's going to be some Lady Deathstrike now too. Very excited for that. And then, of course, we do have the Cyclops. Cyclops, of course, you know, if you float energy, he zaps 2 different cards with -1 power on that lane. So you're using this to kind of synergize with the high evo things. Then high evo is what enables your Hulk, your Misty, and your Cyclops in this list to be able to have the extra abilities. And then we have Anti-Venom. Anti-Venom is, of course, the brand new card we were talking about. You probably could run Shang-Chi in this list instead. Run Shang-Chi, or if you're facing a lot of Hela, you could switch back to Leech. You really could. You could do Leech things. You could maybe even take out Luke Cage for something instead. It really just depends on whatever your pocket meta is. I don't think this is necessarily a necessity in this list, but I was having a lot of fun being able to show off what Anti-Venom does, and it felt like it's just a different change of pace kind of list. And then, of course, we have She-Hulk. Whenever you float energy, her cost gets reduced by 1. So if you float all your energy turn 6, she costs 0. 5, she costs 1. 4, she costs 2. 3, she costs 3, etc. So, like, she just works really well with high evo. Then, of course, we have the Hulk. The Hulk gets +2 power if you float energy. Any amount of energy at all, he gets +2 power. So, like, if you have it in your hand, you're floating most of the game, or at least 1 energy most of the game, he can get up to 20 itself, just like our Infinite. Of course, the Infinite stipulations is, like, you can't play a card last turn to be able to play Infinite, and like using the mechanic with Anti-Venom, so like Infinite costs 0 and floating into like a final turn like Infinite She-Hulk, and then you have Luke Cage on the board, still like feels like it works really well. Your Sunspot's getting big as well too. It just feels like this combo just can work. I don't think it's necessarily, like I said, the perfect shell for Anti-Venom, but it felt like a really good change of pace, and it was fun to actually play this iteration. But anyway, that is going to be the card breakdown. We're going to go ahead and jump into some gameplay from stream, which you guys can totally check me out live on stream. I stream pretty much every single night around 10/11 p.m. Eastern time. That info will be down in the description below. But let's go ahead and jump right into some gameplay. Yeah, I never played Queen's Blood though, Hayes, but probably a little bit similar. The shave, and you saying that comment. That's the real shame. Is that right there? Morb. Okay. Let me see. What can we mess around with over here? I should try it. It does sound very interesting. It does sound very do I just get Tempo Gambit here? Yo, what's up? Blake, how you doing, bro? One of the cooler things about the charity stream was we changed all of our names to the pink color for breast cancer awareness. That's so sick. That is so sick. Okay, so like this is about to be some like shenanigans there. I'm gonna go Anti-Venom middle. We could high roll. If we high roll, get like a an Infinite would be sick, right? We're gonna draw probably a majority of our cards. And then we have the Anti-Venom. So Blade hits the Muramasa Sword. I can't freaking talk. Into a Sif, which hits the Apocalypse. By far one of the best minigames I've ever played. Really? Yo, I've heard Final Fantasy is incredible. Wait. I could float this. I know it's weird, but I float this into a She-Hulk Infinite. Swordmaster hits Scorn. Wow.
Hello.
I'm gonna go Arbor. I got you selling in just a second. Just a second. This, that. And then let's do that, this. And it's a 1 out of 3 chance here. Honestly, I probably should have played...
Hello. Can you understand me?
a little bit differently. We do get the Luke! We do get the Luke! Wow! Wow! I'm gonna do this, and Infinite should just win me the left lane. Infinite just wins me the left lane here unless something crazy happens. Zero cost, 0 power Infinite at the moment goes to a 20 powered Infinite just with the turn over here. They call lean into Apocalypse. And is it MODOK? Or it's Proxima? Wow.
Apocalypse.
Oh, that's so good. That is so good, bro. Prime example of just the high roll. When anti-venom hits, anti-venom hits. Very, very good point there. So I'm just going to start sticking my gut again, bro. Quantum Tunnel. Bro. Why does it feel like my mouse is lagging? They just Psylocked. Misty Evo at the end of the turn gives one of your other cards, like a random card, +1 power. You tried to raid you? Oh no. You're good. What is up, Glazer? How was your stream? How was your stream, bro? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, what's up, Autobots? Yo, Glazer with the 10 months. Yo, thank you so much, Glazer, for 10 months. I appreciate you. Also, if you guys are not following Glazer, Glazer is now a streamer. Glazer, of course, you guys know from Snap Judgments, all Snap Judgments videos. The homie Glazer freaking cooks at all times. At all times. Wow, this is just disgusting, huh? They're literally getting the nuts. For 1 week you're a streamer? Hey, worth it. Worth it. I mean, 0 cost Infinite seems pretty good. It did pretty good. We cooked with it last night, Cap. We cooked with it. They play the Iron Man over your own echo of stream raids. Ayo. Iron Man things. Cosmo. Cat Marvel. Free Infinite. Would you ever want me to show you how to have the audio duck? What do you mean audio duck? What do you mean by that? I literally, I mean, I could just play.
Hello.
If I play this here. Oh. Maybe. It's not something I'm really, like, needing, I don't think, in the moment, but I'm not opposed to it.
Can you understand
I
me?
probably should have snapped this, right? Probably snap that every time. Huh. Like, this is just disgusting. Yeah, I totally should have snapped playing a freaking free Infinite. But, yo, good night, Glazer. I appreciate you. I've said anti-venom a lot for or agent venom instead of anti-venom a lot, actually. I lose to like a Shadow King here. Shadow King, their scar value just went down a lot, which is good. Yeah, I think they do run Shadow King. Shadow King goes off here. And there's the Shadow King scar or 0. Oh, they just had really bad draws. Oh, that works for me.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
Wow, that's a small Captain Marvel, by the way. Small Captain Marvel. Do I lose? So, like, in a normal world, by the way, Cyclops saved us against Typhoid Mary because they literally had a free scar. But since we reduced her power, it negated that. They had all their power middle. If they play Scar right with Shadow King, because both of them would cost 2, that would have been 4 energy. They would have 17. They would have had to have played like Psylocke middle and stuff too. They would have had to play a bunch of stuff actually there. That list looked fun. The Husky was messing around with too. Also, yeah, Autobots, if I didn't say thank you already, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the kingdom. You're gonna give me a shocker. Heyo. Heyo. What do you mean by that? Yes, I actually get to play Anti-Venom again. Yeah, what's up, Poodle? Add Fastos instead of Shocker. Fastos curve-wise is a little bit too clunky, though. Fastos curve-wise just feels a little off to me. I see the vision with Fastos, though. Actually, I didn't realize that just got hit. You hate to see that. You know what'd be really crazy here? So, like, imagine. What is this?
I found a rock.
What I wanted to mean? Yo. Imagine I don't draw Infinite this next turn, and then I get Anti-Venom. It's Infinite. I mean, I should have snapped him. I'll snap him now. I mean, he probably retreats now, right? But yeah, I totally should have snapped him into the magic and nothing happened on Crimson Cosmos. True. True. But maybe they stay and I get the crazy value here, right? Kazal, what the heck is this? So, yo, Infinite, Misty, or She-Hulk, Luke Cage, Misty, Sunspot. If they play Blue Marvel, Blue Marvel buffs this by 4, goes to 22. I'm at 17, 18. I'm at 22 myself. If they play Kazar, this goes, or they play Onslaught here, goes bigger. There's the Blarvel.
Hello. So happy.
I think I mathed correctly. Oh, and we get the Misty High Roll!
Victory.
Yeah, Anti-Venom with Frigga can actually do wonders. Big Hulk. So, like, you play Anti-Venom, and the card you draw, you play with Frigga. So Frigga gives you another copy of a 0-cost card. Do we have a good starting hand here? We have our bigger cards still in our deck. We have Sunspot. We have Cyclops to set up some more just high Evo things. And we do have the Luke. So we do have some later turn shenanigans. It does look like we are going to be facing Mill. So what's going to be interesting about the way this works, by the way, guys, if I play Anti-Venom before they play Baron Zemo, Baron Zemo will grab the Anti-Venomed card. So that is just the fun fact for you guys. Baron Zemo does grab the Anti-Venomed card because he goes over, I think it's lowercase c cost. Gladiator hits magic, which I'm not opposed to here. Not opposed, because we can still do a little wiggling and stuff. We get Sakaar. Okay. Now we have Anti-Venom. We have Luke Cage, High Evo. This is like a really good starting hand over here. You watch a YouTube video on him? Baron? You haven't watched a single video on Baron Zemo? All right. Surely it's Doc Ock, which gives me a Luke Cage, which makes this a 50-50 between either... Okay, we get High Evo instead. Okay, well, that's fair. And then they Chi. Having the Chi down means I do snap this into this float because I'm going to be able to play Infinite and She-Hulk, which is going to be pretty nice. They snap back. This is going to be interesting. If the order goes the way I think it does, if they play Misery left, Chi will hit She-Hulk because of the interaction. They Killmonger. Okay. And then I go Infinite, She-Hulk, and then I'll play Hulk left. Yo, what is up, Hickey? How are you doing, bro? Welcome in. So they have Killmonger one. They've killed my Sunspot had 1 power, Nebula had 3, Magic had 2, Misty had 2. So that is 5 plus 1 is 4 plus 2 is 6. And they Zemo gets armor. Zemo into Sentinel.
Hello. Can you
And I get
understand
Infinite
me?
down. I get a She-Hulk down. And then I have Hulk left. So Death middle wins. Death left ties. They've killed. So Yondu's been destroyed. And then they destroyed 4 of my cards. So Death costs 3. So they can't really do necessarily what we're doing. But I'm doing great, Hickey. We are having an absolutely fantastic night. They can do Cannonball and Sentinel things, but I don't think it is enough here, right? Maybe? Also, can we get a shout out for Hickey? Thank you for hanging out, Hickey. I appreciate you. And then we got the anti-venom on the She-Hulk, which was great value. It was a 50-50 for high evo, infinite. We snapped into the Shang-Chi getting pulled early. Misery left. Misery left into, like, death is also true. So if they misery here, and then they death middle, because their death does cost 3. With that in mind, I play Hulk middle. If they play null death, they go to 18. Yeah, I was about to say. They didn't have the misery. They didn't have the misery, so we had this. Zola. If they Zola Chimi, that would have been insane. Silent Bob. Who's Silent Bob? We had Gar over here too. On the surfer things. So it is gonna be like some. So we know he's got Killmonger. We know he's got Shaw in hands. Throne room. Yeah, I don't. I know, OG. I have no clue. I apologize. Forge. It's just like maybe what? Forge in a Shaw middle. To cloning vats. Oh, bro, he's gonna have 2 Shaw. Like he's gonna have Shaw. Oh my goodness, this is bad. Oh yeah. Oh, Hope. Okay, well, that's a little bit more reasonable. Yeah, we're cooked. Yeah, I've never... I know, it's crazy. And the Cass. And the Cass. Guys, I think we're dead. Sarah? So if Shaw gets hit... Shaw at most can go to 8 power. So She-Hulk can win middle. So cast and then Shaw things here. And then it's Absorbing Man. Is it Absorbing Man Shaw? Oh, so we win! Sweet.
Victory.
I like it. Oh, it's Deadpool. Can I get armor? Nothing great, but I remember enjoying it. Hey, that's like the best part about movies. Is being able to just enjoy them. Entertaining or not. So I'm going to be able to win this lane. What are the odds of turning 50k tokens in Conquest and getting all Rescue, Mojo, and Star-Lord boosters? Is that what you got? Wait, are you saying you spent 50k and you only got 3 different cards? So 3 different cards boosters? What? I was about to say, are those the only 3 cards you got? I was about to freak, bro. I really was about to freak out. What's the worst thing I can get here? Matt. What are they playing? Oh, that's pretty big. They're probably gonna do like Zola and null things now. Sunspot's pretty cool here. If I Sunspot float, I can't play Infinite She-Hulk, which I need to play Infinite She-Hulk this next turn. They Galactus me? What in the... I guess we should have thought about that, huh? I guess I should have thought they were running Galactus. But we win!
Victory.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. If you guys stuck around to the very end, please let me know down below. If you guys aren't getting Anti-Venom, are you guys waiting for Frigga? Are you waiting for Fenris? What cards are you waiting for next season? Until the next time, you guys have a good one, and Tucker out.